guys, so I am not in my normal monthly favourite setup at all. I'm filming this on my vlogging camera. Number one, I feel like it's been too long and I just need to get a favourites video out there. And also because it's Vlogmas, I feel like just doing kind of more of a casual vloggy style. I know you guys liked my last one where I kind of took you around and tried everything on as I was talking about it, so I'm kind of going to do something similar today. I'm literally just sitting down at my dressing table this morning to do my makeup, so I thought as I was doing it, I would just chat to you about some of my favourite things. I also wanted to show you a few extra favourites, some style things maybe, and some skincare things as well. So I'm just kind of gonna vlog today, but show you my favourite things as well. So the first thing that I've been really into recently is from Perricone MD. I love this brand. They do such good products. They do the No Blush Blush that I love, and the No Bronzer Bronzer. They're basically very simple approaches to makeup, and this one is the Face Finishing Moisturizer Tint. It's basically one that looks like a normal cream, but as you kind of work it in, the colour comes out, so it's kind of like a little bit pigmented, and as you rub it in, you get this nice like glow and warmth. So I really like this. I love these kind of products. I like the Estee Lauder one, and the This Works one I really like as well. So this I've been using loads. The thing I like about this the most is that it is super hydrating. So of all the ones that I've tried, these kind of like colour release formulas, this one is just so moisturising. So I love this at the moment because my skin is super dry. So I just kind of rub it into my skin, and I work it in quite well so that the colour comes out. And I've been wearing this every single day, so whether that's a no makeup day, sometimes I've been using this just as my foundation, and then other times I'll put this on and then put my foundation on top. It also gives me a little bit of colour, which is nice because I'm always looking so pasty. I just continue to be impressed by this brand and all the products they come out with. So that's the Perricone MD Moisturizer Tint. The foundation, let me give it a shake, that I've been using again religiously almost, is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I picked this up on a whim a few weeks ago, and I've just been so back into using it. And I remember how much I loved this when I first had it. It's kind of a weird one because it almost feels like it's not doing much. When you first put it on, it kind of doesn't look super pigmented. You don't think that it's going to really make much of a difference to your skin, but as it kind of settles in and once you've worked it all in, it just looks amazing. It's so skin-like, and the finish is really beautiful. It's a very lovely glowy finish, but it's not sticky and it's not kind of one of those wet feeling foundations. So I can't really explain why this looks so good, but whenever I put it on my skin, I just always think, wow, that looks amazing. So yeah, I've been really back into using this again. I have two things actually from Charlotte Tilbury here that I'm loving. These I talked about in my first impressions. I did a whole Charlotte Tilbury first impressions a while ago, and actually all of the products that I talked about I love. I think they are all great. These two in particular though, I do use every single day. So the first one is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I'm kind of going in between this and the La Mer powder that I talked about recently as well. I really like this one too, but it's still a bit messy to use on a daily basis. I kind of just like to place it around my face, so I don't put it everywhere, just mainly on the patches where I can get oily, so on my nose and on my chin and just a little bit on my cheeks as well to help my blusher go on. Especially for a pressed powder, this is so finely milled. You can load this on and you just can't ever really tell that you're wearing powder, so I think that's a mark of a really good face powder. And then also the Cheek to Chic blusher that I picked up. This one is in First Love. I'm obsessed with this. I think this is just the nicest colour. It's kind of a little bit more natural. It's a bit brown toned, but then you can dip your brush into this middle part, which is actually super pigmented. I always put way too much of this on. And it's just slightly pink and slightly peachy as well. So for me and my skin tone, it really is the perfect blusher shade, and I love this. I've been just picking this up every single day. I've also got a new highlighter favourite at the moment, and this one is from Covet. It's called the Perfecting Light Highlighting Powder. This is in the shade Moonlight. I've been trying to get hold of the Covet liquid highlighting drops for ages. They just seem to be sold out everywhere, so I have this instead, and I actually really like it. This is the shade that I wanted in the drops as well. And when you first look at it, it doesn't look that impressive, like it's going to be very highlighty, but this is super bright. It's really pigmented, and the highlighting effect is insane. It's almost like a very white highlight, so although it looks a little bit beigey in the pan, it comes out super bright and almost white, and I really like that. It's a very kind of iridescent, pearly kind of shade, and I think it's so pretty. So I know I talked about this one in one of my recent videos, the Zoeva palettes. I still actually have all three, although the two that I've used the most are the Blanc Fusion and the Caramel Melange. I still adore this palette so much, and these have just been the only shadows I've used ever since getting them. They're just such a nice range of colours in there, but I've kind of been turning to the Blanc Fusion one more for every day. The thing I like about this is that it is pretty much all matte, so there's a few shimmers in there, but these tones here on the bottom are just so nice for kind of like an everyday eye. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, but I kind of feel like I found my favourites now and I don't need any other ones. I should probably have a little bit of an eyeshadow clear out because, I mean, I have over 50 palettes and nobody needs that many. And they're so reasonably priced as well. I think these palettes are definitely under £20, something very, very affordable anyway. So I just think they're so worth the money. I've been so into these L'Oreal mascaras. I love L'Oreal mascara in general. I always seem to be impressed by their formulas, but these two I've been reaching for loads. I recently got the So Couture, I really love that, and then I picked up the Fatale. This one is amazing, and they're both quite different. This one is very kind of natural, very separating, whereas this one is very chunky and gives super volumized lashes. So I kind of have been alternating between the two. Some days I even use both, but I always start out with the So Couture. It just really makes your lashes very combed out, very separated. And it's just impossible to clump this mascara, it really is. So normally for every day that will be enough for me, but I kind of just want to put a little bit of this one over the top. So adding this one on top actually gives them super thickened as well as very lengthened and very separated looking lashes. So that is the L'Oreal mascara, and I think that's pretty much it for makeup favourites. Oh, actually lipstick, I can't forget lipstick. I've been really into the NYX matte lip creams, but Susie stole my favourite colour. She's got it in her pocket at the moment, so I can't show you that today. But another lipstick formula I've been really liking is also from Zoeva. They're just constantly impressing me this month. These are the Pure Velvet Lips. I think they're actually very similar to the NYX matte lip creams, probably a little bit more pigmented. They have a similar kind of very creamy texture. They're not the sort of matte lipstick that's very wet and dries down. They do set down and they last for a really long time, but they kind of just feel a little bit more comfortable. So I've been really liking these. Can you see how pigmented that is? I have quite a few of them, so I've just kind of been grabbing them every day. But this one is in the shade Clear Message. I'm all about this very kind of peachy nude shade at the moment. I think the Kylie Jenner peach lip kit started this whole thing off, but I've just not been reaching for any reds or any brights recently. It's all been about this kind of colour. So those are all my makeup favourites. So we've moved, we're in the bedroom now, and I wanted to show you a few like fashiony style things that I've been really into recently, and a couple of the things that I've been wearing just non-stop and never ever want to take off. Can I just make this whole shelf my favourite? I'm just so obsessed with this. Actually having your shoes and clothes and bags out ready for you to see makes dressing a lot easier. So of course these have to be my favourites. I have been wearing these to death. Literally any outfit, every single outfit, I've been putting these on whether or not they go. I just love them. They're so easy to wear. They're incredibly comfortable. I know it can be hard investing in a designer piece, especially something trend-led like these slip-on kind of style loafers, but I think loafers in general are very timeless and very classic, so I'm hoping they're gonna stand the test of time. I'm gonna be wearing them forever regardless. So these I have just loved. I've kind of had to retire them recently because it just gets very chilly having your ankles out. I'm also really paranoid about getting these wet. I think I got the backs of the heels wet and they kind of went a little bit weird, but yeah, I haven't been wearing them as much in the last kind of week or so, but I still love them and I just think they go with everything. They're super versatile and they're just so pretty. Also these gold ones, these are actually from Office and I think they're really good dupes. I mean, there are so many loafers on the high street at the moment. A lot of them have a very thick bar though, which I don't love, whereas these ones are a bit thinner. They kind of look a little bit more like the Gucci style, so I love these. They're also gold, which just makes me so happy. I have these in black as well. I mean, you guys know I have a loafer obsession at the moment, but these are really nice shoes. They're super comfortable. They're very kind of light and dainty, which I really like. They're not super heavy and thick looking. So I think that's pretty much it for shoes. Basically this entire shelf is just my favourite at the moment. And then on my bed I've just picked out a couple of the things that I've been wearing loads recently. I'll start with this jumper. I'm actually wearing the pink version of this today as well. These are from ASOS and I don't think I've ever found a jumper that I love more. They are so cozy. They're quite short as well and I'm never into short jumpers, but they really do sit at the perfect length for me. I've washed this one about 3 times now and it still feels just as soft. It hasn't shrunk, and I'm just loving this whole style. I love the little roll ups at the bottom here, and the neck is really flat flattering with this roll up too. This is the pink one. I just really like where this sits. I really like how it fits, and it's just so comfortable. So these come in so many colours. I think I'm going to pick up a couple more because I've been literally alternating between the cream one and the pink one every single day. So I just love wearing these. And then this coat, I had to talk about this coat because I have just been obsessed with this as well. I've been wearing it so much. This is from Topshop. It's kind of like one of those aviator style shearling jackets that are everywhere at the moment. I think Zara have one, Reese have one, everybody has one, but the Topshop one I really like. It's just so cozy. I don't know if it's the most flattering. I think these jackets, because they are so thick, they can be a bit bulky, especially kind of on the shoulders, but I just think it is so warm and so cozy that I don't really care. I never really buy coats for practical reasons. I always buy them because I like the look of them. So the fact that I love how this looks, and it's cozy and warm as well, and it's a really nice quality as well, it's really well made. So this is my favourite coat at the moment. So a few other things that I quickly wanted to mention while I'm here in the bedroom. These perfumes. I've only just gotten into these Replica fragrances, but oh my god, I don't know why I haven't smelt them before. They are so good. I have two here. This one is Beach Walk, and then this one is my favourite one. This is Lazy Sunday Morning. I can't even explain to you the scent that this has. It's a little bit floral and a little bit kind of warming, but it just smells so good. When I spray this on myself, it kind of changes and it really turns into something quite different, and the smell is just really intoxicating and amazing, but it's still very light and fresh, and it does really remind me of a lazy Sunday morning. So I just think this is incredible. I haven't really smelled a perfume like this before. And then this one here, which is Beach Walk. This smells like you're walking on the beach. It kind of smells like sun cream and holidays, but at the same time really cozy, kind of cold weather. I just can't explain what these do, but they are just such different perfumes, from the names and the smells and the scents, and actually the way that they make you kind of experience fragrance. I really love them. I think they are amazing. So this one is my favorite, but both of these I just love. So let's talk about a little bit of skincare. I have this entire shelf of skincare here that seriously needs to sort out, but I'm not wearing makeup now because I took it off when I got home. I take my makeup off as soon as I can. I really don't like having makeup on for any longer than is necessary. So I took it off when I was sitting down eating dinner, and I used this. I always come back to this Micellar water. I think it's my favourite of all time. Super cheap, really easy to get hold of, and it's from Nivea. It's the sensitive one. So this is the cleanser that has been my favourite thing at the moment. It's from Elemis. And it's the Nourishing Omega Rich Cleansing Oil. I had a facial a few weeks ago now, and they used all Elemis products, and I loved it so much. My skin was just, it was glowing. So I ended up buying this when I had the facial, and I love this. I've been using it to double cleanse as well, so even though I have an array of cleansers sitting here in front of me, I've been preferring to use this twice, so taking makeup off and as well for cleansing my skin in the mornings as well, I use this. I should probably tie my hair up because I'm gonna get it everywhere. I used about 2 or 3 pumps of this, probably more than is necessary, and I just really work it into my skin. So I really just kind of massage it into my face. And yeah, and then I kind of splash it off with kind of medium cold water. So that is the Elemis cleanser that I've been really enjoying. Also, if I'm taking eye makeup off and it's being a bit tricky to get off, I'm still loving this. This is the Chanel eye makeup remover. It's the best. What else have I been using? I got this as well when I had the facial, and it's a balancing lavender toner, and I just kind of spray that on if I feel like my skins are getting a little bit spotty or things are starting to happen. Also, I got this. I think you guys might have seen me talk about this on Snapchat. This is a super old school one. Efficacia Duo from La Roche-Posay. Haven't had this for ages, but I just fancied picking it up again. And this I will use mainly on my chin and my nose because I get quite blocked pores there. And yeah, I've been really enjoying putting that back into my routine. The one big thing I think I've changed recently and that I've been really enjoying in the evenings is using an oil instead of a moisturizer. So I'm going to use this serum. This is the Sarah Chapman Skin Assist Serum. Highly documented throughout my various favourites videos. I love this stuff. Just like a clear kind of gel. And you need like the tiniest drop of this. And it's so incredibly hydrating. It sinks in completely though. You can't feel it on your skin. So It's good if you get dehydrated skin but you have kind of like oily patches or you're a little bit combination, and anything you put on top of it, it just kind of really enhances the hydration. So instead of a moisturizer, I've been doing a couple of drops of the Clarins Blue Orchid Facial Treatment Oil. I really like the Clarins oils. I use quite a bit of this because I like the hydration that it gives, and I just press this into my skin. And I do put a lot of it on, so I'm getting really oiled up. There's just something about using an oil that a moisturizer really can't compare with. It's so deeply hydrating, and every time I do this, I wake up in the morning with really fresh looking skin. So I've been loving this as a kind of winter skincare edition. One more thing that I have picked up recently is this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Goddess Skin Clay Mask. It's not a super drying, really deeply detoxifying one, but it clears your skin out so nicely, but it also really hydrates it too. My skin feels amazingly soft whenever I use this. So I've been doing a lot more skincare masks and things like that recently. I don't really do masks as often as I should, but since I got that, I've been doing them about twice a week, which is a lot for me, and I really like the effect that it gives. So I think that's everything. Oh, one last little thing. This is kind of like a cult product, so I'm sure some of you guys will know what this is. It's basically a drying lotion. It's from Mario Badescu. This is so strange because you have to dip a cotton pad into it. You can't shake it up. You basically just use the pink stuff and you dip a little cotton bud in there, and it dries your spots out. It works so well. I've had a really big blemish on my cheek recently and it got rid of it in about 2 days. So that is a winner for me, definitely. So those are my current skincare favorites. And I think that pretty much rounds up the end of this video. So I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you've enjoyed this very different style of monthly favorites videos. I think the next one will probably be in the new year, so maybe a January favorites. I like to kind of leave a little bit of time between them now, just to give myself some time to find new products and test them out properly. But there will be my end of year big, huge, massive roundup. So that is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. There's going to be a new vlog up tomorrow, which is Monday, and that will be a Vlogmas vlog. And I will see you then. Bye.